Hello, I'm Ralph Calixt, and with my partner Chabeli Castano, I present to you our work on the Nextcloud app. The reason we called our project Enhancing the Android app is that is the closest way to describe the enhancements overall that we have done to this app over the developmental semester at FIU. So what is Nextcloud anyway? It is an open source productivity platform. In their own words, it's an on-premises content collaboration platform. Others you might have heard of before are Google's set of apps known as Drive, Google Voice, Google Mail, or Microsoft has a similar set of apps, starting with OneDrive and going into Outlook and a whole bunch of other apps. Now, while Nextcloud was originally based on the file manager platform OwnCloud, it has evolved to include more of the features you would expect to find in a full platform rather than just being a drive replacement, such as official Nextcloud now being able to start group chats and video calls with peers. You can integrate your mail into Nextcloud to have it all in one, and you can also set up events on a calendar that's synchronized and shared with all your peers. Our goals are to take this open source product and adapt it to FIU's needs. And maybe soon we can see the campus shift to using a locally hosted Nextcloud server primarily as a storage solution. After all, there's a lot to love about using a cloud-based storage solution where you own and can physically change the storage. We hope to help convince FIU students to be using this software in the near future thanks to some of our overhauls to the Android app. Now, I've been describing Nextcloud as a whole, but what does the Android app side of this currently look like? Currently, there's a set of Android apps that do a primary function of Nextcloud, such as their app for their video calling service, or another app for their calendar services. We decided to enhance the base Nextcloud app, which handles the file management on Android phones, and we chose this one because it's the most likely to be used by FIU students and faculty. So our changes would have the most reach to our local users this way. The app itself is a file manager, so it looks and acts comparably to apps like Google Drive on Android, allowing for the downloading, sharing, and managing of server-hosted files. Before I show you our own changes, here's some images of the original app for context. You can see how on the left is the app's main page with the file managers, and you can see some files from the app for that. On the right, you can see the login pages. Logging in this app is a two-stage process, 2 pages, so you can see both of them there. And you can see the sidebar as well, the sidebar from the main page. Now, let's talk about what we did to the app this developmental period. First, we added a theme page, which is connected to the login process. And this was a concept that all the FIU Nextcloud groups agreed to implement to their own clients for consistency across the apps. We do want to ensure that regardless of which Nextcloud app you're using, they all should feel and act similarly, because it's the same app after all, just on different platforms. I added a logo replacer to the new theme page to add personalization to the first few screens you see on the app. I also made the default logo the FIU logo to appeal to our own students. Chabeli did all the theming for the app, providing the styling and coloring for the app. Thanks to her work, the app now sports the vibrant FIU colors when logging in, and hints of it in the main app as well. Chabeli also created a calendar feature for the app, which is conveniently placed in the sidebar, allowing students to plot and manage events without the use of a separate app. The original calendar app was a paid separate app, so we decided to just implement our own, and she did that. Now I can show you a few examples of our work. However, for a more thorough demonstration, do refer to our live demo, which shows all of these features in process on a live emulated device. On the far right here, you can see the dark theme we implemented on the login pages. And on the left, you can see the light theme. In the bottom right of these pages, you can see the theme button that we added that links to the page which allows you to change the theme and the icons in the top half of every screen here. Now on this page, you can see on the left all of the calendar feature implementations. So you can see in the sidebar, the calendar is in the lower half of that sidebar. You can then see the calendar we've implemented with an example event and the creation of one as well. And on the right, you can see our logo creation service, along with the ability to change the theme in a convenient location. For more on all of this, once again, you can refer to our demo video, which showcases them. And lastly, here's the original app for context as to what we changed. You can see the original app here, the original logo pages again, and the original file manager. That's all for the introduction. Thanks for taking a look at our project today, and hope to see you at the showcase.